What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and I want to welcome you back for another one of my album reviews. We're taking a look at AoA's newest album, mini album, titled Good Luck, the same as the promotion track, I suppose. And I'm just gonna start this video off by saying something that is gonna be outrageous, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with, and I'm probably gonna get some hate for it. But this album here, this song in general, makes most of the other AoA music that has been released absolute garbage. Like, the rest of it is not even worth thinking about or considering compared to this album. That's super high praise. But what exactly is it for me that makes this that good? And what makes it that good is that the album generally kind of drops the generic or boring pop music track that they've got. Now, that's not like it's super gone. Of course, there's still a pop group, that's to be expected. They're not going to deviate from that very much, because that is what has gotten them that success. So why would they, try and change it so much? But with the fact that they changed their producer, for the composer for their promotion song from Brave Sound, or Brave Brothers, or whatever you want to call them, to something different, or to somebody else, then they put out one of the best song of their career, definitely, without a doubt. My favorite song that they've ever really released, and they've put out my favorite album that they've ever released. So they've kind of gone beyond that, cheap and generic K-pop hits that people love, and they've gone with something that's actually really good. And the highlight for this one right here, for this entire album, right, is their vocal ability. And duh, Nick, they've got vocal ability. Duh, everyone knows that. Well, here's the thing though, is that their vocal ability was not particularly well defined or displayed, or they weren't particularly super allowed to use it in any of their songs in the last few years. And again, that's kind of they're going with that generic pop thing, and they're super just go and it's trying to go with a certain sound, and they have to shape the vocals to match that. So this one is this is their pure vocals. There's not much or any adjustment to that, or playing around with it afterwards or whatever. It's they just get to sing, and that is really great. This is exactly what, like I said, the purest form of their vocals that we have heard in a very, very long time. And it's nice to hear that back. This actually feels like AoA, like the AoA that I actually really like. We'll get to why that is in a little bit though. Actually, I'm just kidding. We'll get to it right now, because that's leads right into this. So, you get the vocals, and just the entire feel of this album is the AoA that I like. And the reason for that is that aside from maybe the first two songs, the promotion track, a little bit song number 2, but the rest of the album is back to the band. I don't mean a little bit, you got a drum track in there so that Yukong has something to do. I mean it's back. You got the drums, you got the guitar, you got all of the instruments in there. You've got it's great. And these two, the final 3 songs on this album, the was it song 4 and 5 at the very least, 6 I'll include in there as well, are maybe possibly my favorite songs from this group ever. And that's saying something, because up until now, my favorite songs from this group were their debut era songs, because that's just that's the reason why I actually fell in love with this group, and just I absolutely loved them from when I first heard them. And then they changed, and they went away from that, and that's cool. And I got really annoyed with them, with FNC, because they weren't going back in any significant way. And then now they're back, and that's why I think that everything else is up to now is kind of garbage and trash, because it kind of is, honestly, in my opinion. This is in comparison, though, not like in actuality the music isn't garbage, but in comparison to this, like this is that much better than what they have put out in the last few years, since they changed up their whole, concept and style to be, your typical idol group. And like I said, this has been something that I've been this change has been something that I've been wanting for years. I've been like really, like I said, irritated and frustrated and annoyed that FNC wouldn't change, they wouldn't drop Brave Brothers because he's boring, and then they did, and they released, and this is absolutely my favorite ever. My two favorite songs, because I don't normally talk about favorite songs in these reviews, but I have to for this one. My two favorite songs, number one, Cherry Pop, is oh my god, great. It matches like their debut songs as far as like that intensity and that fun and that upbeat, and it's like that's that rock that I like to just jam out to, that's what it is. And then you've got Crazy Boy, and did you know that they can do acoustic really, really well too? I bet you, maybe you didn't, you probably did, but just like I'm listening to this song, I'm listening to them just slay an acoustic song, and I'm like, yes, AoA, they're back. This is why I like this group. And I'm sad that it took like, I don't know how many years, 3 years, say, for this to come back, but I'm glad that it has now, and I'm really, really excited and interested for what the future is going to have. So for me, the only thing that needs to happen is that they need to take this whole thing a step further, and their next promotion song needs to be with the band. Like you need to have Yokyung in the group, in the music video, on stage, playing the drums, doing whatever it is that she does, instead of appearing in random, not like official music videos, but like behind the scenes kind of videos over the last couple of years. That's what I want to see. It probably won't happen. Who knows? Maybe it's just a dream, but let me dream, please. Just let me dream. So my review, which is how I would spend my money, am I going to buy this? And of course I'm going to buy this. Did you hear what I just said? Of course I'm going to buy it. And in fact, like I'm probably going to order it in the next couple of weeks. I just have to get paid. But I'm going to buy it. And this one for number one, of course, because this is the first AoA album that I've like actually felt was like, this is an album that I absolutely must own. And number two, of course, the best way to say that, like, hey, I like this music a lot, I think you should do more of it because I think it's great, is to spend money on it, because that's what this is. It's a business, and they are trying to provide a entertainment product that people like. And if people don't like it, then and don't spend their money on it, then it's not profitable. They'll do something different. So if this turns out to be the most profitable thing that AoA has done, maybe they'll continue doing it. Maybe they won't. If they don't, I'll be disappointed. But that's the way it goes. So that right there is my over enthusiastic and fanboy, I guess you can say, album review for this just absolutely the best AoA album ever. So I want to know what you thought of this album. If you've already listened to it, what's your favorite song, whatever other sort of things you want to say about it, let me know in the comments down below or on social media. I've got social media, I've got Twitter, Facebook, and more. Just look me up. It's MWKpop, and then give me a follow. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Music a bit better as well. So like I said, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just as a thing. It exists, and it doesn't make the verses any worse or better. It doesn't make the entire song any worse or better. It's just a small little thing that I've got that I can, I guess, say as a small tiny little criticism or something that